Hey everyone, coming at you again with another movie review after the fact. Again, not yet in my car. Last night, once again, while I still have a chance, because it's still fall weather, but it just got chilly today. Been walking in the movies, get my exercise in, literally. So it was after midnight when I came back, and then I had to proctor PSAT today for school, so I had to get at least some sleep. So I saw Roofman. And I thought about it a lot while I walked, and I thought about it a lot today. I kind of halfway yes, halfway no on this if you're looking to watch it or stream it. A couple different reasons. Let's start with kind of the things that I'm still really iffy about. I recently hit the string of movies, and it's probably just that September, October hit that I usually find in movies right before they're holding back on all the Oscar winning movies or what's going to be nominated for Oscars. And so you kind of this middle ground of September, October of just kind of movies. And I know one battle after another people don't agree with me on, and that's fine. I've got, again, lots of reasons on that. I just think there was just so little character development in what could have been deeper character development and motivations. And I'm not going to get into one battle after another again, but in much the same way I've saw the last few movies, is the marketing of this film. I really was intrigued by the Roofman marketing. Um, Kind of a heist romantic comedy. I don't know. The marketing departments don't seem to be selling these movies on what they actually are recently. So what I would say is in this, it feels like instead of like a 3 act story, a 4 act story, it feels like a 12 act story. And a lot of the acts are out of order. And if you see it, you'll probably get what I mean by that. It just feels like you get these moments and then the cutting and the editing of the movie drops in a completely different emotional moment that wasn't earned or you didn't see coming. And then the movie just goes on really, really long from those. Like you get into the kind of the vibe of where the movie's going, and then the vibe changes and it switches back and then switches back and back and back and back. So I don't know. It dragged on much too long, I think, and they were just trying to get it. And that rightly so. It's a really intriguing story, and I guess that's what I really liked about it. The story is so interesting. And it made me think a lot about veterans and veterans issues, especially from the get go in this and how we treat our veterans. That the main kind of characters in this film were veterans who now have no stability, no support, so they're left to commit criminal actions. And sorry, don't even get me started on how we treat our veterans in terms of mental health, in terms of housing. And this movie kind of set me on that. So I guess I was thinking the messaging of the film is, if we treated our veterans better, none of this film would have had to happen. In the way that it starts us up breaking our heart at his little girl's birthday party, and is a veteran who fought for us, did all kinds of stuff in covert ops in the 82nd Airborne, that he can't afford a bicycle for his daughter. We really need to have a conversation about veterans and veterans benefits and what we owe our veterans. Anyway, that being said, it's an intriguing story. Real life story. They do a lot at the end if you stick around for the true events, the true people. So that's an interesting how they played. I guess it drags out, and changes its tone, and it's an interesting cast of characters, an interesting mix of people getting together, from the people that work at the Toys R Us to the people he interacts with at the church setting. And I love the pastor and the pastor's wife in this film. And I kept thinking about that too, as well. Like people with hearts for the needy, hearts for the poor. Wow. And Kirsten Dunst in this, I'm going to go into what I like, I guess, because I'm already at 5 minutes. I really liked the chemistry between Channing Tatum and Kirsten Dunst. Kirsten Dunst was just And then she's always been good, always been good. But this character she plays is just so down to earth, and it's not over the top at all. It's just so natural. It just flows out of her. Um, you can feel like the need she has to connect with people, the loneliness, but also the joy and the heartbreaks, and her motherhood with the two daughters in the film. Great. And Channing Tatum, I mean, I've always liked his work as well. And he just kind of, as a character, again, believability, someone who leads with his heart, and just an all around nice guy, a Jimmy Stewartish type character, even though um, his character in this is kind of despicable. Um, but you want to root for him. And I guess that's where the film is too. You want to root for this guy, but at the same time, you're like, I can't root for this guy. This guy is doing some really horrible things, and then stuff, obviously, throughout the film shakes down. But I also enjoyed that when he does live in the Toys R Us, the he sleeps on Spider-Man sheets that my kids had. I think that was cool too. But the '90s throwback stuff, Blockbuster, Toys R Us, Dillard's was nice, nice touch. Peter Dinklage is great. So yeah, I mean, everybody in this movie is doing their best, doing their best job, doing some of their best work. Again, it just feels like it feels sloppy and long, but I think it's worth watching for the themes. I like that it doesn't try and paint you into a moral corner, I guess, and you do have to think a lot about that. Like, what is the morality of crime and the nature of crime, and as we learn about in law class, the psychology of crime, basically the mens rea, the motivations for people's criminal behavior. But and you start wondering, like, does this Toys R Us deserve it? Do those McDonald's deserve it? Deserves it? Okay, I don't know. Um, I don't know. I'm 50-50 on this. I enjoyed it. There were parts I didn't enjoy because of, like, again, editing, marketing. My mind is set on one thing, and then it becomes not that thing. So I don't know. Go see it. Tell me what you think. I say it's probably better if you stream this. It doesn't really seem to require a movie going experience for it, but it's got intriguing premises, and it's definitely got something that can be built on. Could just use some editing. So, Roofman.